Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe Happy Hour. This is April from Penguins Creative, and we have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here with me today. We're going to talk about all things stationery, and we're also joined by a very noisy Cookie today because I'm home alone and
Oh,
I just gave him a new toy. But we're going to
where's
be
Elliot?
mostly he's out. He's out on a dinner date with his friend,
Oh, that's
so
cute.
I'm just home and but we're gonna talk stationery and it'll be fine.
Yes,
And he
totally.
just went down the stairs, so that's good. How's it going, Kelly?
Oh, it's great. This is our first episode on my new MacBook Pro, and I feel like even in the little like mini version of me in the Zoom call, I feel like the quality of the camera is really good.
It's definitely so much brighter, and hopefully we'll have less technical difficulties.
Yeah, let's just hope, fingers crossed. April and Elliot also helped me last night like figure my life out. In terms of internet stuff. They're like my internet parents.
It's fine. What are you drinking tonight?
I literally just have water. So traffic was nuts, so I got home. I think it took me like 45 minutes to get home, which
Oh
is pretty long.
wow.
But
Oh
yeah,
man. Well,
what
I'm
what is
down to my
April?
last can of the sparkling honey crisp apple juice from Trader Joe's. Um,
Yes.
and I'm gonna try to make it out tomorrow and see if I can like re-up on that. But I also have a feeling they only lasted for a little bit, like for like the fall season honey crisp.
Right. No, I think there still might be some.
So I'm kind of crossing my fingers here as well. So yeah, let's get going with this week's topic. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Oh yeah. So I just discovered this today. Um Blackwing released new volumes, and I feel like sometimes it's hard to tell which ones are going to be like big hits. Personally, this newest one is a big hit to me because it's a set of rainbow, but it's like the pencils are all, they have a white body,
Mm-hmm.
white what do you call that, ferrule, whatever the
Yeah,
heck,
for real. Yeah,
and then a white eraser, but like they have these kind of brush stroke colors.
like
So,
splashes of like
yeah.
brushstrokes. Yeah.
And they're
Uh,
so pretty and I love rainbow things and I want them.
this is actually, yeah, it's very much talked about in the community on Facebook. Not just because, the white furrow creates a lot of opportunity for hack wings, which is what people call when they like take it apart and put
Oh.
different color combos together. And like I think Blackwing rarely uses white ferrule, so this
Yeah.
is really cool. But
Yeah.
I think the story behind it is amazing too. So it is inspired by Karita Kent. She used
Mhm.
to be like a sister, like in the religious
Mm.
sense. And then she ended up teaching, I think, art and like exploring self-expression through a lot of creative pieces. So I thought it was really nice. Her message is to slow down and find gratitude in it every day. That
Mm.
kind of feels like us with our stationary life.
Yes, it reminded me of like, I don't know, something Hobonichi-ish. I just got Hobonichi
The
vibes.
colorfulness of it, I guess, and like the free form artistic style, I guess.
Oh,
But
and 5% of the proceeds from this pencil will support continued work in art education through the Karita Art Center. So that's cool.
nice, nice. So, oh wow. So this art piece, this rainbow color that's on these six pencils is actually, wow, illustrated or painted onto this giant gas storage tank in Dorchester, Massachusetts. That's kind of
Oh.
an interesting art piece. But like, here's my thing. Each pencil has different colors. Which one would you use
Yeah.
first? Like it's like
Ooh.
orange, yellow, red, blue, green,
Which one would I
purple.
use first? That's such a
Like
controversial question. I would probably use the purple one first.
yeah, I feel like these pencils like it's you're gonna hoard. You're kind of like how like other sets they all look the same,
Yeah,
and this one's like they all kind of look a little different. So it's kind of harder to pick or start using them if you know what I
totally.
mean. Like
Well, there was that edition where it was like the neon blue and neon red.
hmm
So that was like 6 of one, 6 of the other, but what, there's like 6 colors here, so that means there's only
Two of
2 of
each.
each.
Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah, for those who really like certain colors, they have to like get multiples of it, I guess.
Bummer.
And then like for me, the single pen collector, like then I can't. I have to just pick one. Like I probably have to collect all
Does
6 colors, right?
does
Like
it
if
say which
soft graphite, I just read.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay, cool. I actually like the soft graphite.
I actually
Well,
don't like it as much, so that means maybe I'm safe.
all right, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that. So my new item of the day, week, year is the new Tombow collection. Well, actually, the Mono brand under Tombow,
Right.
Mono, and you might know that as like the eraser brand. That
Hmm.
with the word mono in it, and they went like crazy in one year's campaign where they made these like giant mono erasers. Like
Yeah,
they decorated a whole bus with the mono pattern. It's
I've
kind
got
of,
one here.
and you have their
Black.
soft color, like they had a series of pastel color where it's kind of like this muted brown, muted gray, muted blue, and
Hmm.
now they just collabed with Campus, which is a Kokuyo brand that does notebooks, and this series of super bright pastel colors. So there's sheer pink, ice green, lavender, honey yellow, and coral red, and the copy says it's very trendy and very spring like, and I'm like, oh my god, are we thinking spring stationery already? Like,
Yes. Well, here's the thing. When you're in wholesale, you're always like 3 steps ahead of what it actually is. Like Lexi the other day was like, "Yeah, we're buying Valentine's like from other people, or like other people are buying Valentine stuff from us." And I'm like, "Oh
oh
my
my
god."
goodness, oh my goodness.
Uh,
But I dig the color series, the especially the honey yellow and
mhm.
the lavender, and they have that series where, so this set comprises of the eraser, the mechanical pencil, tape corrector, the lead, which I think is just black, but like the case is very pastel-y, and then like
Right.
a what do you call it, retractable eraser pen. So
Mhm.
the kind where you can have like a more precise erase. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think if people are selling them, I might grab one of the erasers maybe just to kind of complete the collection, because I do have. Oh, was it the pit? Okay, I'm thinking of the different thing that had that soft pastel color. It was the pit series, the glue tape series.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they did it with the mechanical pencil, which I have here, and it's also a light baby blue thingy. But
Yeah.
this one looks more bright, I think. Yeah, ice green.
So, okay, my hot take on this is like they did this already. This is just slightly different colors. I'm like, whatever. But at the same time, I do like the coral. I think that's more
See,
unique.
here's my take on special editions and limited editions. They're created for people who found them at certain moments.
Right.
Like if
That's
you
true.
are living in the future, I mean, if you only just gotten into the stationery habit, hello to a person in 2022 January, and you've never heard of Tombow before, you've never had Mono before, or you've never wait, that sounded weird, or you never had known about Tombow's previous collection, which is no longer purchasable,
Right.
then this edition is for those people.
That's fair. April always gives more credit to people than I do. I
See, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking the other day. I was just reminiscing today as well because Trevor's company, the Japanese Instagram account, came out with this illustration with Ijima-san drawing all the past, the collabs from this whole year, and I
Uh-huh.
was just thinking to myself, wow, that's a lot of special items this year. And then
Yeah.
I was like thinking again, like on the higher level, I feel like Trevor's notebook never meant for anyone to collect everything.
Oh,
Like
yeah. Yeah.
like Moomin came along, and then those, because we have people saying, "Oh, I really really want the Star Fairy," like which is like from years ago.
Yep.
But then those are for those people in those moments. And you're the lucky one who get to have the moment now. And then
Yeah.
next year someone's gonna be lucky and get something new. And so I'm just thinking, yeah, it's kind of actually abnormal for some of us to be like, I want every single Travis notebook
Right.
collection, and I need them all. So
You
it's
know
just
what,
kind of
April? I really like that. I really like what you just said. I feel like it makes me feel more calm about special editions I can't get.
yes, exactly. So that's just a little bit of a reflection, now that we're on the topic of limited edition.
We're not meant to have them all. But what about the people that do have them all? I know you're out there.
We see you.
And you know what? I respect you. I do.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. All right, so Kelly, what item are you talking about this week?
Oh, yes. Okay,
You
so
were showing it off to us in the store. I was like, "Oh my god, Kelly, I'm so on the fence," and you're just like plunging the knife deeper into me, like,
so so I just we at Oblation today is December 6th, and that is the official launch date of the TWSBI Jade,
which we
TWSBI
talked
Eco Jade
about.
that we talked
Hmm.
about last week. I think it was last week, right?
Hmm.
Um, and yes, it is so pretty in person. It's like you look at it and it's like pastel-ish, and it almost looks like it's translucent, but it's not.
It has like a milky translucentness to
Yes,
it. Yes.
and like honestly, the like you know how TWSBI has the red finial symbol
Hmm.
thingy on all their pins, like that with the jade, like what you were talking about with Chinese culture and stuff. I was like, man, that makes it so cool, and like I feel
I
like
know.
I'm in another culture just by looking at the pen.
It looks very, very nice. It reminds me really of that like warm jade some
Yeah,
of us have as like accessories. There's various colors, like there's darker ones, but there's also very light ones. And I think this one's more on the lighter tone, right? Like the
yeah,
more I look at it. So, which is why I was on the fence because originally I had wanted it to be a more deeper green. So then,
yeah,
like, when I saw that it wasn't, I was like, okay, April, you don't need this. But the more I see people share their haul, because our friend Ariel from Toasty Treat unboxed hers today. She bought it from Dromgoals. And so I was like, that's really pretty. And then you with like that handful, you know how Oblation always serve pens in like jars. So they
hmm,
kind of look like candy, like
they definitely do.
at
Like,
a candy store. So I was just like, oh my, looks so nice, looks so
yeah,
pretty.
it was pretty fun today because right when we got them in, like it was kind of later in the afternoon, like maybe 3:30 ish. FedEx guy rolls up, and you know, and I know what's in there. And I was actually talking with this lady about Hobonichis, and and then we're like having this conversation, and Lexi and everybody's like opening up the Twisbies, and I'm like, hey, so do you know about Twisbies? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, we just got the jade, and she's like, ooh, let me see. And yeah, and then
And
she
she,
wanted the iris in a stub, which nobody has right now, which is sad. But also
oh,
we
she,
just got Twisby Iris back in stock, but
not the stub one.
I'm pretty sure nobody has the stub in stock. It's not just us. So
It's
just
kind of
saying.
funny. I'm imagining you guys like how in Japan where they sell like tuna, like in like Japanese restaurants, and then like
Yes.
3 o'clock rolls around. Like I just imagining you like parading the oblation floor with like the new product, like ding ding ding. So we just have a fresh batch of Twisby Eco Jade, and then
That
like showcasing it around the floor and see who wants to grab them.
that's not far from what happened.
You're like
And then like
grabbing every
after
customer, like, "Hey, did you see we just
yeah,
got the
like
new
after
Jade?"
that happened, like these two other people came up and started asking about pens too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to look at my Joyce Bee. But
Love
yeah,
it.
so we got them, and this kind of spawned this conversation about, I guess I'm not really talking about an item that I own, which I guess I kind of am, but I more want to just have a discussion with everybody who's not here, so I'm just going to talk to April about about
Okay.
what ink goes best in this pen, in the TWSBI Jade, because like this whole time I've been like, hey, this Kobe Eugene Con Mint
Mm-hmm.
looks pretty good, I
Right.
think. But it's
Yes.
actually kind of bright. It's not quite right.
See,
And I
that's what
don't,
I wanted to say. Like,
yeah,
you've been picking these mint colors. Like, on your list, you have the Sailor Pen Show 2020.
which is also very much almost the same thing as the Eugene Con Mint, but it's a little more, it's this one here. It's a little more darker, but it's still not quite right. I'm just trying to look in my collection at
And
what would go.
TWSBI has the mint eco, right? We're talking about jade now. I feel
Yes.
like we need to go beyond the mint color and go
Well,
for a little bit of a green. Okay,
like
yeah,
this one
yeah.
is, you know,
The
the
Ferris wheel press, Moss
Moss
Park
Park
green.
green. It has hints, but it might be too grayish.
See that here's my take on the jade.
Yeah.
Jade is a gem. I feel like you need to go like a mineral green.
Mm.
So like today when Toasty puts Tokyo no Oto Kyo no Oto's Ura Hairo in it,
Yeah.
it fits very well. Like it has that kind of like mossy, like it's
Yes,
the
it
color is
does.
kind of like leafy, right? But then it's also like naturey, and I feel like that's what you should go for with
Well,
the green.
that's really rude because that color I'm pretty sure is discontinued in
I
911.
know.
So, so
I
I don't
really
know.
like that color. I guess I'm just projecting then. Okay.
I'm so bummed I didn't just buy that when I had the chance, but
I
I figured,
know.
whatever, it's another green.
And you only
But
miss it when it's gone. Um yeah, what other
alternatively,
green?
though, I think it might be cool to put a red in there, right?
Oh,
To make it all like Chinese good luck.
that's true. Can make it super bright. Um, people have been comparing Sailor 162 to it. I think that's a good color too. But our friend Sarah showed me 160, which is even more of a more
Mm,
green color. I actually think that's a perfect fit for this pen body.
yeah,
Um,
I think you might be right.
yeah, or go like completely contrast, like do a purple, and then that would be like the Sound
That
of
would be
Rain
pretty too.
series from Shikiori,
Yes.
right? They also had like a jade e body with the purple finial, so kind of that kind of combo. Mint chocolate chip, you can kind of go that direction too. Put
Oh
like
my
a
god, with
brown in
brown,
it.
that would be so pretty. Okay, I want to do
It's
that now.
perfect because the Crispy Eco is a demonstrator, so it basically has a clear ink
Ugh,
window. So your ink choice and how it shows through that window actually can complement your pen very well. And which is funny because we're talking about it like it's an accessory, but like I-
I have such pretty browns though. Oh my god, that's actually a really good idea.
any
Oh,
any current Advent colors that you would want to put in there. I know you a lot of people haven't gotten past day 80 yet, but
yeah,
is there anything in mind? Like maybe from last year? Like isn't there that mistletoe color
yeah.
that's kind
Let
of
me look at
shimmery?
that really quick. Why didn't that jump out at me before? Did I not put it in this thing? No, I did. Yeah, that would probably be pretty. I have it here. Um,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That one has like an understated
it
muted
does.
green
It
color,
does. You know,
but it
that's
has
actually a good idea. Mistletoe is so pretty. Oh my gosh. There's not I don't think there's I don't think there's too many greens in the new one. Not to spoil. It's
I
not totally a
wanted to buy the mistletoe from last year because I feel like that was like one of the only ones I like.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's almost kind of sort of similar to my Shizuoka green tea Kobayashi ink, which is why I like it so much.
Nice. Well, I hope you figure it out because you still haven't even figured out where you're gonna buy yours, right? Your
Because
Twisby
I
Jade.
I kept being like, "Hey, can I buy this today at full price?" And they're like, "No, Kelly, you have to wait." I'm like,
But it's
"No."
you're buying it at full
I
price.
know, right?
You're a
I'm like, "No."
customer. You could say you're buying it for me and then just get it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Could have
I'm
just
getting
done
it for
that.
a friend. I'm just
AKA
holding it
me.
for a friend.
I'm my best friend.
Oh, it's
Oh my
terrible.
goodness. All right, my turn.
Okay.
Not
Oh,
to
yes. Yes. So exciting.
Just wanted to toot my own horn for a little
Yes.
bit. Boop boop. Um, let's go on a road trip from Traveler's Notebook TRC USA Limited Edition. It's finally here.
Finally here because I got mine too.
It actually released the day our last episode was released, so we couldn't
Yes.
talk about it until this week. And I'm
Yes.
so glad, like, so happy about how it came out. Like, it is basically a Traverse Notebook refill in regular size and
Ooh,
passport size. The
it
regular
feels good.
size,
Ooh.
well, let me talk about the theme a little bit. It basically is a theme about going on a road trip, and the reason it features California is because if any of you guys know, TRC USA is actually based in Long Beach, California, although there's no retail shop. We're
Right.
basically an operation out of a basement. But it's kind of celebratory because that's where the first step was taken, for Traverse Company to be based outside of its home country, Japan. And so, we wanted to kind of embrace the American spirit. Kind of, I feel like since myself coming here, I always feel like people drive a lot. And then you like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of camping, a lot of like trips, and like, because it's so big, like a 2 hour, 3 hour, like me going down to Oregon and like coming back up, 3 to 4 hours drive is not that like long. And then people do longer drives too. And so, um, apparently, the Golden Coast of California is where most people love to take
Hmm.
the US number one, I think, Highway
101.
1, 101.
Yeah.
That kind of just like right on the edge of the cliff, water on one side, mountain on the other side. Like, that's the trip that Elliot wants to take in his
Oh,
Porsche. And so we're just kind of like, I can use my insert then when that happens. So
yeah.
in the regular size, you get the whole like state of California. The long shape is conveniently fitting into the
It's
regular size.
Yeah, April and I were discussing that it's like the only state that really works for this.
Imagine putting like, I don't know, like the Panhandle state on this one.
It's
Like,
not ideal.
Oregon would just like, be a very small thing right in the center.
It's just a little chunk.
And then the passport sides feature a very nostalgic, like retro van Volkswagen minibus. And the hilarious thing is, when this came out, I was like, gasp, Yuri, oh my god, on my street, there's a van in this exact color. Like, how did you know? I didn't even send anyone any
Oh,
photos.
really?
And so, yeah, like in my neighborhood, there's a van that looks exactly like this van on this cover. It says, let's go on a road trip. And then the body is like this, like, orangey color, and the top is like this beigey brown. But I love the letterpress
I
work on
know, it's
these.
really nice. Of course, I've become a fan of letterpress myself, and I
Open it
didn't.
and take a whiff.
I know, I know, it
Ame,
smells like something.
Ame says you can smell the printing oil off the
Oh, is that what that
cover.
is?
Yeah, fresh off the press, like straight
Yeah,
into the packaging. Yeah, I think many Traverse notebook covers comes in very different designs, and sometimes they print it, and sometimes they do letterpress. And this one, you can definitely feel the contours of the paper.
yeah.
Like,
This
yeah,
one was letterpress too.
yeah, a lot.
But
That series, the Tools series, was also letterpress because they came out with the even the letterpress stickers, right, and the letterpress
well, this was the
postcards.
S-Leet collab
Ah, the Eslie one. Wait, how
with the
did you have
books.
that? How did you have that
I
one?
got this when I went to the pen show in 2019,
Oh
and
man,
you
that's
never.
so nice.
I know, but it. I feel like this, um, like the paper used for the covers of these new inserts are more. Is porous the right word? Like, or
Exactly,
more toothy?
more
Like, there's.
toothy. And actually, if you feel the regular one and the passport one, they're different papers as well.
Mm.
Like they try printing it. They tried printing the van on the same paper they printed the coast,
Oh,
but the texture didn't quite work for the
interesting.
what they want the van to portray, so they chose a different paper. So these are kind of all behind the scenes, like from my colleagues, but still. I'm just very happy, and I hoarded a few sets. But then I also bought a few sets to send home because it's the first time Traverse Company did a release that's like only available in the US, or I guess Canada too.
Yeah.
But like most of us who had known Traverse Company all these years, it's always the other way around, right? Like
Yes.
limited
Yes.
edition, oh, Kyoto only, only at the Tokyo station, only at Traverse Factory. And then now we finally get to be the one where Esther, I'll send you a set, no worries.
I
So I hoarded a
love that.
few, and like a few friends in Taiwan is kind of pining to get them too. So I'm like, yeah, I got you.
So I'm wondering, well, first of all, I want to just note that in the standard size it's the dot grid, but it's cream dot grid. I didn't
Hmm.
realize that, and that's not something that Travelers has released to my knowledge, is it?
No, I think they had the dot grid on the white, right? Like
Yeah.
the 05
Two.
005 maybe.
No,
Actually, I had,
it's like
oh,
zero
zero one
two
two
six.
026. I can't even remember
I
the
know,
numbering systems.
I know it better
Don't
than you.
don't don't listen to this episode. I work on plotter more. But yeah, so it's something new as well, and I feel like Trevor's company is definitely kind of making that step where they're trying out different things, because we talked about BK, or do we not? BK had an insert called "Find Your Journey is
Oh yeah,
the journey is the destination." It's
the
a
craft with the white dot grid.
craft with white dot grid, which
Yeah.
actually they actually did do that before with I think one of the Ace hotels, but
Oh,
the older versions. I also heard this from someone else as well. I'm not as
interesting.
versed in the limited editions until recently, like until the past few years. But yeah, I'm really pleased, and I want to use the go on the road trip one as like a little car journal. Keep this in the
Yeah.
glove box. When we go on
Yes.
long trips, that kind of stuff. I think it's cute, and I love how the cover is the main character. you know
Yes.
it's not necessarily something you need a cover for. Like these both of these books are great gifts on their own. Like if
Totally.
you're looking for something to give to someone who has never used a Traverse notebook before, someone who doesn't even like know this world, but
Yeah.
likes fancy stationery, I think it's a great gift, and like I feel like they would do well in the gift giving sense for those
Yeah.
who live in California, or has friends or family who lives in California, or has friends who likes to drive or likes to do trips and stuff. It's a cute little documentary, like little passport size notebook. So
Totally.
I actually got more of the passport than the regular size myself.
I
It's
just now noticed, April, the little tiny coffee cup on the back of the. Oh, it's so cute! On the back of
mm-hmm.
the van. I
Yes.
love that little detail.
And a little Traverse notebook right by the luggage
Well,
as
that's
well.
just cute.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. All right, moving on to the section something I want. You talk about Bennu a lot.
I do. Did I talk about this? I
No,
wasn't sure. Okay,
but you
cool.
haven't talked about this one.
So it wasn't until actually this lady that I follow on, I think I've talked about her before. I follow her on YouTube. Her channel is Lisa Papez, which is Papez. She's a tarot lady, but she also is into like fountain pens. And she actually has the same Binu pen that I have. The dragon. Is it
Oh
called?
right,
What is it? Is it called Dragon's Blood? No, it's called.
I don't
Shoot.
remember.
Wow, I'm terrible. Okay. Dragon. Something about dragons, okay?
I think it is Dragon's Blood. Is it
Yeah.
black with green and red
Yeah,
sparkles?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Dragon's Blood.
So she has that pen too, and she was mentioning in one of her videos that there is actually part of like because dragon's blood is like some kind of incense or like some thing, some herb
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there's bits of that in the pen.
Wow, that's kind of extra.
Yeah, and it's the same with like they have the like foxglove was another one. I think they that
Mm,
series was like a bunch of different like real
real
things.
herbs.
Yeah, real herbs that you could
Because I saw the
feasibly.
one of the other one, and that one is mandrake or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this mistletoe one that recently finally came out that's been teasing on like Goulet and all the other pen sites. It's this gorgeous like super shiny green with like kind of in the middle of the pen and then on the end of the cap and the end of the pen it's like got this white.
Yeah,
um
frosty white, and there's some
yeah,
glittery elements throughout the intersecting part as well.
it's like so sparkly and
Kind of like the
beautiful.
frostings on like
Yeah,
trees.
yeah, it looks like that. And apparently there is like mistletoe in this pen.
Wow.
Which is like so cool. um and I really don't want it. I want you to want me, except like I don't know. I
It's such an extra pen.
That's why I like it.
I know.
So,
Like it definitely doesn't fall into my like natural looking like aesthetic, like my tabletop. Like that pen would be a little bit too much for me. But I feel like it look really cool if you like are at Oblation and just writing down someone's receipt, and out of your
yeah,
pocket you pull out this like
yeah.
sparkly white with green like
Like, oh, sorry,
glitter.
let me get my pen, which I do anyway. But
And then they're like signing with a Bic, and then you're like pulls out this
yeah,
fancy pen, like
and I could put diamine mistletoe in this pen, and it would be like
ooh.
so extra and perfect.
any
Uh,
any ink that has like the pine tree scent, you need to
mm.
do that. Someone needs to get on that.
See, the thing is though, and CY had pointed out to me, um, if you get when you get scented inks, they tend to feather. And then I bought that giant bottle of De Atramentis Lily of the Valley scented ink, and it does feather, and I do not ever use it, and I want to rehome it to somebody.
I didn't know that. Is it like certain properties in inks, like scent, like
Yeah,
oil or something that
yeah,
kind of.
it must be something like that, and it just I wonder. Yeah, it doesn't smell anymore after it's been on the page. It's more like I don't know. It's weird.
Because there
Uh,
are a lot of inks that smells like whiskey, like they do that like alcohol, like
yeah,
bourbon
that's
name
weird.
naming inks, and then they do smell like that way. And
Mm.
maybe they use alcohol instead of oil. All right, that's another topic. I'm not expert in this. Making things up as I go. Well, Bungujoshi is around the corner,
Oh my
guys.
gosh. Don't talk
Literally
to me.
next week. No, in 2 weeks, I think. But I want to congratulate Rainbowholic on vending at Bungujoshi. She's gonna be vending. So she used to be participant. She been there every year. Last year she went as press. I think the previous year too. And this year she's gonna have her own booth at Bungujoshi, the stationery festival of the year in Japan. And I'm just like,
I
oh,
mean,
Kyla,
that's kind of like dream come true.
you went a long way and you're finally there. And her product that she like teased on Instagram and on YouTube, just oh my god, looks amazing. I want most all of them. Actually, I was gonna say most of them, but I want all of them. And I'm gonna shout out the artist, the amazing artist that she collabed with to make that lineup happen. So there's
Yeah.
at momi_mog, which did these like really cool like illustration. I think this is the one where they do like chibi style
Oh
girls.
yes, I
So
love
she
that.
she did a lot where like actually I don't know if it's a she or he, but like the artist did a lot where like it's like stationary themes, little girl figures, and then having those Rainbowholic like little moments. I think she Rainbowholic was drawn in chibi style as well in that series. And then of course we Chichi Little, which is one of her like I think friends and longtime collaborator. And there's a sheet that represents Philippines, so had kind of like a Southeast Asian look. But then there's also another one that's like very stationary. And then a set with Ula Happy Desk, I
Mm.
think is the brand, is the artist, and she is known for making those like post box illustrations, like Japanese post box illustrations with trees around it. She did like the cherry blossoms version of it before, and I think this is a cool collab that they did on this one. And then Carol Capek, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
Carol
that's
Capek,
that's my favorite one.
that is my favorite one too, and I think they did the illustration for her. Like it's a whole set featuring the Earl Grey tea, and then like this little Japanese woman in the kimono, and then also just having that blue kind of vibe. I love that whole collection. And then finally with Tasta Unicorn, which is another one of my favorite, one of her, one of my favorite of her artist. I
Hmm.
think that she
Yeah.
has like products with, because I was her patron for many months, and then where I actually had the physical items delivered. And then there was this period where she did a bunch of washi tapes with Tasta Unicorn. And there's this one series where it's like pink and like Japanese. So the Fuji Mountain is pink, the post box is pink. And I just love that style. And I think she did a series for her called Fall into Stationery, and this little girl tumbling around like stationery motifs.
Yes, that's amazing.
This whole series is like so good.
Yeah,
I wonder if she's gonna. She probably will. I feel like she will sell these
I
online,
hope so.
right? Please.
Maybe I should become her patron again.
Kyla. I've
Yeah.
always been her patron because even when I downgrade to the just the lowest tier, because you get to join in on her live streams where she like
Yeah.
do happy mail and do spreads every month, and that's what I look forward to the most. Even if I don't like get on the actual physical mail, because I think she struggled a bit when the Japan first imposed the whole ban on EMS, right? So that was
Yeah.
difficult for many people, and I think a lot of the U.S. customers ended up, stopping for a little bit because it is a little bit too much for both sides.
Yeah.
And but I think she's definitely at a better place now, and I love that she has her own shop. So
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna look forward to checking out Rainbowholic's shop to see
Yeah.
if these will pop up after Bungujoshi. And also like so scared of what's gonna come out during Bungujoshi.
Yeah, let's just not talk about that.
I mean, that's definitely gonna be the talk next week.
I know, it's
Because you know
terrible.
how every brand is just gonna be like, all right, debuting at Bungujoshi, like this thing, and like this thing, and this thing.
Yeah. Maybe it's a good thing we don't live there.
Save some money. Well, finally, a little small section where we add a few more stationery tidbits. Oh,
Yeah.
I see you share a YouTube channel.
So, okay, I wanted to say I'm sharing this YouTube channel because I discovered it last night, and I don't know. I in fact, I know I'm not alone here. When I say that, you know how occasionally, and by occasionally I mean pretty frequently, you're just kind of like trying to go to sleep, and then you just start thinking about like life and death, and
That's
you know
me.
what I mean.
Oh my god, last
Like,
night I was lying in bed with Elliot and I'm like, Elliot, do I need to learn how to use a gun? And then he's like, I don't know what you're thinking and I don't want to go there.
oh my god. So you do know what I mean.
Exactly.
It's just one of those, like, I don't know, I've been having these kind of existential crises lately, and I don't even know why this came up in my YouTube suggestions. It's this channel called Choki, which is Choki.
Mm,
It is this Japanese lady, and she just subtitles
all
uh,
her
yeah,
videos, yeah.
it's all like subtitled in English and Japanese, and it's videos like 7 ideas for hot drinks to warm your body, or small habits that heal a tired heart. And it's just like these little kind of lifestyle things.
The whole
Um,
aesthetic is like cottage core in real
yes.
life. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
And
Like a
like
100%.
and she has these cats that show up in the videos, and I love
Yes.
when there's those Siamese cats with the little cross eye. Like, oh my god, it just breaks my heart. And like,
Frankie. Sorry.
exactly, Frankie.
Shout out Frankie. Um, and I love how she pans shots to these
Yeah,
moments. Like she would like take off her scarf or hang her back across the chair, and the shot just
yeah,
focuses on that cute little leather sachet, like
yes.
being placed on like a very adorable wooden chair, and it's just so calm
And and
and
like in
so
her channel
relaxing.
description, it even says "yukuri shite itene," which and yukuri is like one of my favorite Japanese words because it means like slowly.
Slowly, yeah.
And just watching these videos made me feel like I can be chill. Like she's chill. She's having a good time. She's just hanging out with her cats, drinking warm beverages,
Mhm.
and like making this delicious looking food all the time. And I don't know,
Oh
it's
my goodness.
inspiring. It's I thought I'd share it with everyone because it's this time of year gets really hectic. People get crazy. There's traffic all the time. People getting in wrecks all the time because of the rain. I mean, at least here. um,
Yeah.
but like, it's nice to just be able to watch someone be like, huh, and you can just kind of relax with them.
It felt it's like perfect stationary, like kind of at
Yes,
home journaling
yes,
background ambience too. Like you can blow it up on your screen,
yeah,
put on the music, and then just kind of journal along with her,
yes,
even though she's not
totally.
necessarily journaling, but the whole the lighting and like the
Hmm.
color, it's so
Maybe that's why
lovely.
I thought it was somehow stationary adjacent. So
Yes. I feel like it is very stationary adjacent. This is what Phyllis would call stationary lifestyle,
yes, yes, like you could totally
appropriate.
see her with some superior labor bag or
I
something.
know. Without a fountain pen, do some yukuri writing.
Yes, yes, so good.
Oh man. All right. Final item that I'm sharing. I don't know if you've seen this before,
I have
but
not.
yeah. So Tag Stationery, the this Japanese stationery company that makes Kyono and then makes Kyoiro ink, collaborated actually earlier this year, like August-ish, I think,
Hmm.
with Before Breakfast, which is a stationery brand in London that actually had a lot
Oh.
of like has a lot of Japanese stationery in their like store and stuff.
Uh,
But they
oh
did a
no.
special collaboration called Before Breakfast Tea Series. And so
No.
there's a set of was it six? Set of six? No,
I
set
think
of
they're
five
5.
Japanese tea set and then set of five British tea set. They're mini ink bottles. I don't think it's too much,
Oh my god,
but
they're so cute.
the colors, and I came across it because this Taiwanese stationery lover, his handle is Charlock, CHARLOK
Mm.
100405. Well, anyway, check him out because his
Oh my
fountain pen ink
god.
swatches are gorgeous. He writes in
Whoa.
Chinese, but like he uses those like I feel naginata nibs where you can do like the thin strokes. But he
It looks
swatched
incredible.
he swatched the British tea set and it looks amazing. So you have English
Yeah.
breakfast tea, Earl Grey, London Fog, Darjeeling, and like chamomile. And
Yeah.
all five colors are all so
They're
beautiful.
so amazing.
And
I'm
then
so obsessed.
I'm like kind of afraid for him to swatch the Japanese tea set.
Oh,
Because
because they're so beautiful, gorgeous
because they're
green.
probably even more pretty.
Oh my god.
Bangcha, Karigan, Gyokuro, Matcha, Sencha. So five different kinds of green tea. And the guy did mention that, the basically on these mini bottles, on the top the sticker shows the swatch, which looks like when you rest like a
Mm.
mug on the table and has the tea
It
stain.
does. Oh
Like
my
that's how they
god.
branded it, I guess, like styled it. But he just says the inks swatch darker than those color swatches
Mm.
on the cap. So I'm like, I like that.
I
I
like
like
that
that.
too.
Because it does look kind of light on those swatches,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
so good.
like
Oh, So which one of the green tea ones would go in the jade pen? The
Oh my
matcha
goodness. No, I think. Oh yeah, the sencha. I think the
or the
sencha.
sencha? That
I
would be
think the
good too.
sencha will look really nice.
Oh my
Gyokuro is
god.
a little too grassy green, I
Yeah.
think, for jade. But
I'm
yeah.
just gonna throw it out there. I'm kind of sad there's no hoji cha in this in this
in this
collection.
in this collection. But there's so many different kinds of tea.
They're
It,
so pretty, April. I don't like that I know that this exists
I
now.
know. Do you think you should? And they came up with these like cool mini sketch pad, I think, to
I
like
know. I just didn't try to look at those.
pair with it too. And I thought that was so cute. Well, the fact that some people only just got them like this week or this month or so, maybe there's still a chance to get them. They're
I'm
only €30 for 5 bottles. Friends in the UK, want to go swatch these for us?
so is it only UK based? Like we can't get it here?
I don't know.
I
This
need to
this
reach out. We work with Tag. Maybe we can get these at the shop because I would freak out.
these are so
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
Oh man, yeah. So for fountain pen inks, it's funny. I'm reading the instruction paper that this person is on Instagram shared as well. Caution: these are not drinks. Do not use it for anything other than writing.
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
So good
Anyway,
though. Oh man, I
yeah.
need to like look through all of like seriously the like April said this Instagram account is so freaking gorgeous and amazing.
he
Is it?
did he did a huge like his own ink a collection swatch a while ago, like in September. And oh my god, you would see him like kind of group all the colors themes together, and then he
Yeah.
just like swatch all of them, and he like translates even the English name to like
Yeah.
Chinese, and it's kind of cool. They all look so amazing.
It is so like satisfying to look at.
Very,
Oh,
very satisfying. Anyway, just wanted to put that into people's radar.
yeah.
I want to see more
Thanks,
people
April.
swatch it for me. I thought it
Oh
looks pretty cool since we actually talked about the T series last week, right? Like with the Fika pen and stuff.
oh,
Like,
right, yeah. It
yeah.
oh shoot. Yeah, you have dang it. Oh, and then there's that pen I talked about what like a month ago that came out with Nagasawa.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Nagasawa
it's
Umeda,
killing
the green
me.
tea. Someone in our Discord had bought it and
Oh
shared it, the
man.
photo of it. It
Oh
looks
man, I didn't
really
look at
nice.
that. No.
Tea stuff gets us, like even like anything liquid, I guess, that's
Well,
drinkable
it's
gets
because
us.
it's so comforting and,
Warm and choky.
oh,
Choky-ish.
yes, exactly. Oh man.
All right, so that ends this week's happy hour. As usual, you can find us at thestationerycafe.com. And then we also share photos of what we all just talked about on our Instagram, The Station Cafe, as a post. So if you want to see the show notes from this episode, you can go follow us there. And as always, we look forward to bringing you another fun episode next week. And I'll talk to you next week, Kelly.
Bye, April.